Alrighty, guys. I'm Morthadon, bringing you Boruto episode 28. Real quick, today I would like to dedicate this episode to the guy or girl who was sitting at the assembly line or the quality check place, whatever, however that works, that decided that these glasses frames and maybe the other person who was like, those lenses, they're good quality. Because this derailed little conversation is because I just got out of the shower right before I sat down to record this episode and knocked my glasses off a probably 5 foot high little I guess it's like a windowsill, but there's like a lot of space right next to my shower, and I put my glasses there. I knocked them off. They landed smack down, as hard as they can fall, on the hard floor. They missed the towel that was at like the foot where I step out of the shower. Completely missed that towel and landed on the hard floor. They didn't crack. They didn't scratch. As far as I can tell, they are perfectly intact. So I just derailed this conversation for a whole minute just to say thank you for not breaking glasses. For not breaking glasses, because that would have sucked. Alright. So, back on track. Let's talk about episode 27 really quickly. I don't have a whole ton to say. I mostly just want to get into this episode. I've had a very busy week, so I'm speeding things along with at least the beginning of my reactions a bit. So, go ahead, even after I just told a silly story. But the last episode, we had a lot of good backstory with, I always forget his name. Kagura, I think it is. He is the next candidate for, like, I think the leader of the Seven Swordsmen, or a member of the Seven Swordsmen, and then also a candidate for being the Mizukage. And we got some good backstory about him and his bloodlust, and then we also learned a tiny bit more about the people that are, like, wanting the Blood Mist Village back, I guess. And they had, like, at least one of them had the scales that the guy, the fish guy that I can't remember the name of, he's like a shark type guy from the Akatsuki from the normal Naruto. So I'm interested to learn more about that and how that fits into this, because I've always thought that he looked kind of weird. We've never seen anyone like him, and now we see more people like him. So I'm really looking forward to what's going to happen in this episode. So let's just jump right on into it, shall we? Alrighty, we are going to start the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Ooh, I almost missed the now button. Or the play button, not the now button. Alright. Yep, I remember him. Okay. Alright. That shouldn't be genetic, though. You can control this, buddy. Until you met Boruto. I like how they're continuing the theme of the main character in these shows inspiring people, because I do like that quality. In the moment here, like, it doesn't feel like the biggest deal, but later on, they're gonna make it so he's, like, that's a big part of him, probably, like they do with Naruto. And this intro. I like this song. But yeah, I guess I think I did spoil myself a little bit with this intro, but oh well. I think they did a pretty good job with Metal, making him look different, or making him look almost the same as Lee, but he's still quite a bit different. Sometimes I have that problem with Shikadai and Shikamaru. I sometimes just see so much Shikamaru in him. Oh, declaration of war. So maybe we'll get some of this fight going on this episode. Damn, I sometimes forget that that was so long ago that it was before these guys were born. That's crazy. Oh, is that his sword? His, like, swordsman of the mist sword? Is that like a tool to summon it, or to unlock a place that has it? Is that... okay, maybe it's unlocking such a weird sword, but pretty cool anyway. Oh, this guy. Yeah, he wanted to, like, revive the Seven Swordsman. And now he's in water. Oh, oh. Nice. Oh, yeah. Nice. Uh-oh, is this the start of it? Yep. Alright. Just making a flashy entrance, I guess? Hmm. At least someone said it. They didn't just play it off. Hmm. So they're gonna try to make a move on the Mizukage. Damn. Oh, so he's gonna try to turn Kagura. Oh, I just thought of something crazy, but I highly doubt it. What if they use some kind of jutsu to suppress Kagura's, like, evil side just to gain Chojiro's trust and get the weapon? And now he's gonna, like, snap him out of it. That'd be crazy. Calm down, Kagura. Oh, was he? No, he's not. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, are these guys, like, not gonna stop them? But he jumped in. Damn, he just tanked that hit. Damn. So at least it seems like he didn't kill his friend, unless this was a different time than that time. So he tried to recruit him all the way back then. So he didn't jump in front of that blade for noble reasons. He's just been messing with him all this time, messing with his head. I always like find it weird that when like I never understand these guys' mentality of like, hey, it's peaceful now, so we need to stir things up because peace is wrong. Like, what? How can you not be happy with just peace? Hmm. Interesting. And there's the scar. There's no way they're gonna turn him, right? At least it wasn't just a failed punch. He did a little bit more. Yeah, I'm getting the feeling that this is gonna be futile. Oh, lightning! Yeah, he dodged that. Oh, there's a lightning style we saw in the intro. At least it didn't take us very long to see it. So, last episode we saw him do wind style. Oh, shit. Yep, here they all come. What the hell is that thing? It's a big boy. It's a big boy. So, either Kagura has to go. Damn. He's. That's sick. He's speeding himself up with wind style. Oh, that is so cool. When the hell did he learn this shit? Boruto just pulling things out of his ass. Is he gonna make shadow clones while he's under the water? A typical Naruto move, maybe? Is Kagura gonna come in and do stuff? I was saying before, either Kagura's about to, like, go ham, or other people are gonna show up. Damn, though. Show your bloodlust, Kagura. No, they didn't. They've, like, practically brainwashed him. Hmm. That was an interesting scene. I want to talk about that more later. He's definitely gonna defend Boruto, right? Yeah. That's the way, Kagura. That's the way. Hmm. I feel like this is a way to get Boruto out of there, and then he's either gonna fight him now or just be like an inside man kind of thing. I refuse to believe Kagura has given over to this creepy dude that's just like brainwashed him. You didn't even do anything wrong this time, Yaguro. He's definitely playing some kind of angle, I think. I also like how he can still keep himself on top of the water, even though he's, like, passed out. Doesn't that take, like, intense chakra control? Oh, wow. This guy isn't as shallow as I thought he was, I guess. Alright. I had no idea he only talked about starting a war all the time. I didn't know he was telling the truth. It's like out of Boruto's control. These people just like tried to kill him, and Sarada's just like, "What are you doing? You weren't supposed to let this happen on our field trip." All right, let's skip right to here. Ah, so we're gonna see what this guy's up to. Ooh, Mitsuki's. Oh, that's interesting since they're both from like Orochimaru, kind of. Yep. I guess we saw the flashback, but Boruto didn't. Damn, so they're gonna try to. Are they gonna try to stop the coup d'etat without telling anybody? So it doesn't cause any problems? With, like, between the villages? Sarada is just like. Oh my god. That was hilarious. Wow, they have all the swords. And that's right, they have 7 people, so. Alright, so that's that. Do do do. There's like so many characters we haven't seen much of yet. I wonder if they're ever gonna go into more detail. It was like the doll chick with the black hair. You could see her for a second in the outro. And then it fades to like a black dead and then fades back into Kagura's color, right? For this part. That's what I was talking about. I want to see if I was like right on that. Yeah, it's like a dead kind of thing. And then Boruto's the one that grabs it. Very, very good job, show. Alright, no preview, no preview! Alrighty guys, so that is the end of Boruto episode 28. That's a pretty good episode. It was a lot more talking than I expected, but they managed to make up with that because of how hype it was to see Boruto show us them moves. Before I go into anything else, just so I don't forget, I want to quickly touch base on the whole flashback where they were talking about like starting a war and like all this work that's been done to like keep the peace, and Boruto flashed back to a moment where he was talking to Hinata and like realize I think he might be realizing that all this work that his dad does is actually paying off. Like, he's seeing that now. Like, these people want to start a war, and he's like, this is the kind of stuff that Naruto actively is trying to prevent. And it's very easy when you live in like a sheltered kind of life where you don't realize how much there is out there that needs to be changed and needs to be addressed. And it's almost too much. But when you're sheltered, you don't realize that as much. You can assume, you can be like, oh yeah, they probably just have to like talk to a few people each day. Like, no, there's a lot more to it. And Boruto's starting to realize that just these little conflicts like this are the kind of thing that the Hokage is responsible for and everything, or like the different kind of Kages. And I wonder if that flashback was like a more meaningful thing. Like, I'm sure it's not going to relieve any kind of tension immediately, but I wonder if that's going to be a plot point in the future to Boruto more appreciating his dad rather than being mad at him. That was just like my thought when I saw that flashback. That was one of the first things that came to mind, so I thought that was interesting. But we had not much to talk about if I start from the beginning of the episode, aside from that point. I just wanted to get that out of the way real fast. But obviously he made the dramatic entrance, but then I was a little thrown off because he was playing friendly, which I guess is something that a lot of villains do in shows, is they come in, they'll start off with like something aggressive and then act all friendly. But it did throw me off a little bit. It felt a little too easy for him to brainwash, in a sense. I mean, I know it's not actual brainwashing, like any kind of hypnotism type thing, but he got under Kagura's skin so easily. But I guess they have pointed out that Kagura can't control his emotions too well, and then also he hasn't had a lot of friends because of it. The one friend he had, he lost, and that I don't remember his name, but the older fishman guy that Kagura slashed, he acted as a parental figure, kind of, not really a parental figure, but like a friend almost. Even though he got cut by him, he was still friendly towards him, and helped him out. He didn't like run away scared and all that. So I guess I can kind of understand that from a analytical point of view. I've never had to experience that firsthand, where I haven't like that I've clung to someone that's like toxic just because they give me attention, kind of thing. I've never had that kind of thing personally, but I can understand that there are some people that are like that they don't have anyone else, so they have to stay with these people, and that's kind of what swayed his decision to go with these people. But I also have this feeling that he's playing another angle. Like, it felt so easy for him to go on over to the other side that I feel like he'll snap out of it just as easily and end up fighting with Boruto. Like, fighting alongside Boruto is a better way to say it. I don't mean like Boruto versus him. Although it might take Boruto versus Kagura for Kagura to realize, okay, I need to get my shit together. But I have a feeling before the end of this, Kagura is gonna get his shit together, and then in the end, Chojuro is gonna forgive him for this lapse of judgment or something, and all is gonna end well. But I guess we'll have to see what it takes to actually snap him out of it. The thing is he was just saying how much of a friend like Boruto is to him, and Chodoro is always like super nice to him too. I guess I just don't understand his fixation with like doing what this guy says. And maybe I'm fixated on the wrong point. Maybe I should just let it be something that happens and see how it plays out before I talk like all about this. But that's my thoughts on that whole aspect. It was pretty cool seeing Boruto do lightning style. Like we saw Boruto practicing wind style a little bit, but he couldn't even get it to work. So when did he find the time to like make up this Boruto stream? Like, so I think that's gonna be something that's a bit different with Boruto versus Naruto. Is I'm used to Naruto, where Naruto focuses on doing something for like, an entire arc or a very long time. He's putting all of this effort into mastering a new skill, and he finally masters it, and that's like what he uses a bunch for a while until he does a new move. So, for example, Naruto learned the Rasengan, and he went on like a journey and all that. Like, that's a big move, a lot bigger than probably infusing lightning into Shuriken, but still, it feels a little strange that he was able to put these moves together so quickly. But at the same time, I gotta remember that these are two different people. Boruto is like the top of his class, I believe. He's very smart and capable. He's got good chakra control and everything. So I shouldn't count these things out of the realm of possibilities for Boruto, just based off my experience with Naruto. And I think that's just something I have to get used to, personally. But that was really cool. I love power sets that increase someone's speed, because speed isn't everything, but if done right, speed can be everything. And it sometimes makes for some awesome anime moments when you involve speed into a character's power set. And I really hope I hope he evolves this. Now, I don't know if this is a big enough move for him to make it like a main aspect of his power. Like, because it seems like they rushed him into getting this move so quickly, I feel like it's something he's going to use here and there, and eventually he's going to get like a bigger move, like a Rasengan kind of thing. But I would be perfectly okay if he managed to amplify this and augment it to be other things, you know? And, like, I guess, I just thinking of some stuff off the top of my head. He already kind of did it, but infusing more lightning into it. He did kind of. He had the lightning on the shuriken while he was speeding through. But if he can, so, like, between lightning and wind, that's like some speed shit he's gonna get going on. If he can, like, run really fast and then shoot off like a lightning bolt kind of thing, just moving at a higher speed is something that's going to amplify the damage that that can cause by so much. But I'm really interested to see, like, how that goes. It seems like I thought we were going to get more into the war, and I did not expect Orochimaru's little, well, I guess he's Orochimaru's creation, and he's with Orochimaru being watched by the Leaf Village, which I don't know how he snuck out when they're being watched, but who knows. But he's there, and we don't know what he's up to. I have a feeling they made him seem sinister, but based off all my anime knowledge and shows I've seen, and, you know, basically based off everything I've seen, I for some reason get the vibe that he's not there for wicked reasons. I have a feeling he's gonna be like, you guys are just a bunch of kids, you're not even, like, even though he's young too, he's gonna be, like, condescending, he's gonna be like, you guys aren't ready to become, like, the Seven Swordsmen, and he's just gonna, like, mop the floor with them. Or he's not gonna fight at all, and he's just gonna sneak in and take one of the swords, like take the sword he used back. Or he's gonna take all of them, except for maybe the one that Kagura has. But I don't know, I feel like it's not gonna be entirely evil. Like, I don't think he's gonna walk up there and be like, hey guys, I'd like to help you. Like, I think he's gonna be a third party that just has his own little goals that aren't necessarily against Boruto's, and maybe that opens up some room for some cooperation together in order to take these guys out. But interesting call on Boruto's part to try to do this alone without informing anyone. Obviously, like, this is something Boruto always does, so it shouldn't come as a surprise. He's done it before, and I'm sure he will do it again. Just going in to try to handle the problem alone, and, you know, since this is his show, I'm sure he will be somewhat successful. I'm sure the teachers will find out about it, but since it'll already be over, it won't seem as big of a deal, and hopefully won't cause any, like, troubling relations between the villages, or, like, because I know they're trying to get, like, a peace treaty kind of thing going. And hopefully that doesn't hinder that in any way or anything. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the next one. I'm looking forward to seeing the swords back in action again. I don't know how much time they're going to dedicate to them using the swords. We saw the reanimations in Naruto using them, which was pretty cool, because some of them are really weird and unique and deadly, so it's going to be interesting. But I'm sure these people aren't going to be as proficient with them, you know, if they're just getting them, or, well, I don't know, they had them in, like, that temple, so I don't know if they're just getting them or if they've had them, so I don't know how much practice these people, besides Kagura, because we know Kagura just got his, but I'm not sure how much experience these people have with these weapons, so it might not be too threatening considering that fact, but I'm sure it's still going to be a rough fight. Looking forward to seeing some nice action. Boruto kicking it up. We're going to get those nice anime reactions, I'm sure, where they were all saying that his attacks are weak and everything, but this time he's going to come back and whoop some butt, maybe. Hopefully. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Thank you guys for watching. I think I'm going to call it there. I don't really have much else to say for this episode. I think that's all. But yeah, Don't forget, if you want to see uncut full-length reactions, every week I release the full-length reaction. They go all the way back to episode 1. I do this for all my shows. You can follow along with the timer, but you have to access that on my Patreon, so if you wish to become a patron and support these reactions, then feel free to do so, I guess. If you want. It's just that kind of thing. But thanks for watching. Also, throw that subscribe down if you're enjoying things. I don't always say that in my videos, but here and there I like to point it out. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.